Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to CrossFit. So we learned something interesting the last time. There's only one puzzle in level 8, so 8-1. So if we very quickly go through 3 of these, we may also go through that 4th one. But I kind of doubt it. It seems a little unlikely. We've got another one of these puzzles with no bit of help, so we've got to figure out the one number that's either only available as an option once in the row, like this 6, for instance. Is there another 6 here? Yes, there is. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What am I looking at? Multiple 1s, multiple 2s, multiple 3s, multiple 4s, multiple 5s. No multiple 5s. Multiple 6s. Yes. And 7s. Multiple 7s, yes. Then this 5 also eliminated a 3. So are there multiple 3s still? Yes. And it eliminated 4. So are there multiple 4s still? Yes. Okay. Moving on, then we'll do this column. This eliminated a 3, so are there any other 3 options? Yes. And this eliminated a 4, so are there any 4 options? No, I don't believe there are any other 4 options. Good. So that eliminated a 5, which is already eliminated, and it eliminated a 7. So are there any other 7 options? No, there aren't. And that eliminated the 6, and there's multiple 6 options. So we need a 1 still, which we won't figure that out. A 2 still, which we won't figure out. And then a 3 still, which we won't figure out. Then 4, 5, and then 6. Multiple options for 6s, and then 7s. So we are making progress ever so slowly here. It's 4. It's 5. There's multiple 5s. There's 7. Are there multiple 7s? Yes. So that doesn't help anything. Can we have multiple 2s? Yes. Can we have multiple 1s? Yes. Multiple 3s? Yes. 4 is already done. Multiple 5s? Yes. Multiple 6s? Let's see. Yes. And then 7s. Yes. So nothing helpful there. 7 here. This can't be a 7. That makes that a 1. That makes that a 3. Okay. Now we're looking for a 2. There could be a 2 here, a 2 here. And now we're looking for 4. And there can be a 4 here, or a 4 here. Now we're looking for 5. There could be a 5 here, a 5 here. And then 6. Could be a 6 there, a 6 there. Okay, next would be this column. This 1. This 3 gets bumped. Let's see, this 3 becomes 7, this 3 gets bumped. Nothing with the 7 happens. So, can we make a 1 here? No, there's multiple 1 options. Can we make a 2? No, there's multiple 2 options. Can we make a 3? We don't need to. Can we make a 4? No, there's multiple 4 options. Can we make a 5? And as we're looking, I don't believe we can make a 5. And this 5 bumps a 6, but we have multiple 6ers still. And then a 7 is already done. See, there's really no reason to go back and look at the 4s or the 2s or the 1s, because that would actually just be redundant. Let's look at this one. We need a 2. That won't work because there's 2 2s here. And we need a 3. let's see if I'm correct. Yes, there's only one 3. We need a 4. There's multiple 4s. We need a 5. There's a 5 here and a 5 here. We need a 6. There's a 6 here and a 6 here. And we need a 7. There's a 7 here and a 7 here. So nothing helpful for that solution. Unless the 2 is now the only 2, which it might actually be. Yes, actually it is. Okay, and so now let's go back up. 4's still not an option. 5's still not an option. And 6's still not an option. And 7's still not an option. Okay. So now we should do this column and then this column. I'm trying to add as much efficiency here, and I'm sure if a lot of people, if not most people, are not figuring out what I'm doing or slightly understanding it, and then every now and then I do something random that's not logical and I'm confusing people. I bet that's very much the case. So we need a 2, for instance, here. Is there another 2? No. And that bumps a 5. So if there's only one 5 remaining, it doesn't bump a 5, it just eliminates a 5, which means that has to be 5. And so now we need a 6, and there's 2 options for a 6, and a 7, and there's only one option for a 7. So it's 1 and 6 between these two. And we won't be able to figure that out because it's the same 2 numbers and we don't have any crosstalk that would help there. Next we should do this column. I may have already done this column though. We'll just double check. 4's, yeah, 5, 6, and 7. Yeah, I just did that column. So that's not the next one I should have done. Next one I should have done, I imagine, is like something like this. And if we're going to do that, we might as well just go through all the columns at this point, because I think that'll be the easiest solution. There's multiple 1s, so we're not going to get that. There's multiple 2s, so we're not going to get that. There's multiple 3s, so we're not going to get that. There's multiple 4s, so we're not going to get that. And 6s, yes, multiple 6s and 7s. Let's see. Yeah, only 1 7. And that eliminated 1 1, which doesn't change anything, and 1 6, which might change something, but it doesn't. Okay. Next column. This 2 here makes this a 6. The 6 and the 2 makes this a 1. The 2 is eliminated, so we can bump that. The 3 here is eliminated, so we can bump that. So this has to be 5 because 6, 2, and 3 are all around it conveniently. And then that bumps this again. So 2 and 6, 2 and 5, bump both of these to 4. This 5 makes this a 7, and this a 3. And we've got a full column now. Let's see. 5 bumps that. 2s, multiple 2s, 4s. Like 5, 6s, couple 6 options, and 7s. There we go. Almost certain that this is 1, but because we can kind of assume that's true, because this is going to be 6 or 2, or this is going to be 6 or 2. I don't even have to use any logic here, really, because that's the only thing that these two combined can be. It can be either 26 or 62. When I add the 6 to this because of that, and then the 3 and the 5 here, this has to be 1, which bumps that. Which also bumps that one, making that a 3 because we have a 5, a 1, and a 2 right there. Alright. Let's see. 3 and 2 makes this 4. 3 makes this 1, making that 5, making that 6 or 2, and it's not 2, it's 6. There we go. Next we have a 1 and a 6. Could be 1 or 6 here, and the can't be a 1 because of that, so that's 6 and that's 1. Let's see, we may find all the solution to this puzzle pretty quick now. Let's see, 4, 6, 2. Don't know. Won't know for a while on that one. 7's no good. And 5's no good. 5 and 7 making this 4. Which bumps that to either 6 or 2, which is what we already kind of knew. And this also means 6 or 2. So there's kind of going to be this chain that happens here, in which we just won't know for a while. This isn't 1 or 3, so it's 2. And that makes this 6. This isn't 6 or 7, so it's 5. And this isn't 1, or but it could be 2, or it could be 3. And this isn't 1, so that's 2, so that makes that 3. Next, this isn't 4, and it's not 6, so it's 7. That makes this 5, and that makes this 6. Let's see. I don't know if actually going down this column is going to prove to be super helpful right now. It's not 1 and it's not 7, so this has to be 4, and then that makes this 2. And see, this isn't 7, so it's 1, and that makes that 3, and then still not certain about, well, no, actually this is 4 because of this 1, and then we need a 3. This can't be 3, so it's not 2, it's not 3, it's not 6, it's 1. Alright. And so we've been left exactly with the 4 pieces that I figured there'd be a chain of. And I can pretty much tell you that we're going to calculate this to be either 2 or 6, and we know it's not 6, so it's 2. And then that makes that 6. And that makes this 2. And that solves it. Next. Now this is going to help me a little bit, so I'm going to use it as much to my advantage. This 8 makes that 1. Alright, and that 1 makes that 2. That 1. Let's just keep bumping things. 3. Now when I bump something, technically I'm not running any calculations to see if the next number is a valid number, usually at least. So there's a lack of efficiency you could have just by not paying attention. You could easily turn something that's wrong into the next thing that is also wrong, and you'll just have to wait till the next loop until you figure that out. But on the other hand, that means I don't have to think about it, and so that might actually save me some mental energy, mental processing. Let's see. I'm gonna have to start putting some more logic into it because these 8 and 3s are only gonna get me so far. Like this 6, this 1, that 4, and that 8. Making that 2 because there's a 6 and an 8. Bump that. So we need a 5 here. And we need a 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And see, this is our anchor point. Let's go up this column and just, that way I'll have looked at everything once. Bump that one because of this 3. There we go. So let's start now going this way on rows. This 4 becomes solidified because of the 5. And then we need a 2 and there's multiple 2s. We need a 1 and there's multiple 1s. We need a 6 and there's multiple 6s. And we need a 7 and there's multiple 7s. So not as helpful as I would have liked. We need a 1, there's a 1 there, and a 1 there. We need 2, there's 2 there, and a 2 there. We need a 4, and there's a 4 here. And a 4 here. We need a 5, and there's a 5 here. And nowhere else. Nope, there's also a 5 here. And then 6. Where's 6? 6 here and 6 here. And then 7. 7 there, 7 there. So nothing useful there either. 1, 3, 8. We need a 2. There's multiple 2s. And then we need a 4. There's a 4 here. And a 4 there. And then we need a 5. There's a 5 here and a 5 here. And there's a 6. And a 6. And a 7 and a 7. And that's it. Next we have a, let's see, 1 here and a 1 there. We need a 2. There's a 2 there and a 2 there. We need a 4. And there's a 4 here. And nowhere else. Is that correct? And that eliminates a 2, but there's still a couple 2s. So that doesn't help. Then we need a 5. There's a 5 here and a 5 there. And there. And then a 7 is needed. Let's see, a 7 is here and a 7 is there. So can't do anything more. We need a 1, there's a 1 here, 1 there, and 1 there. We need a 4, which there's a 4 here and a 4 there. We need a 5, which is a 5 there and a 5 there. We need a 6, which there's a 6 here and a 6 here. And then 7. There's a 7 here and a 7 here. And a 7 there. Next, alright, 1. Oddly, I think there is actually only 1 1 there. Yeah, okay, good. Now we need a 2. There's a 2 here, and a 2 here, and a 2 there. So that's too many. And then we need a 5. And there's a 5 here and a 5 there. And then we need a 6. And there's a 6 there and a 6 there. So we're still not certain. Also a 6 here. Then we need a 7. And there's a 7 here and a 7 there. But we found one thing, so that's helpful. We need a 4. There's multiple 4s. 4 on every one of them. We need a 5. There's a 5 here. And I believe that's it. Okay. They need a 6. There's a 6 there, 6 there, 6 there. And this row in particular is not going to get finished very quickly. 7. There's no 7 there. So 4 and 6 between these two are going to be some of the last ones we solve. We need a 1. There's a 1 that can't be here and a 1 here. And then we need a 2. And there's a 2 here and a 2 there. And this can't be 5. Actually, this has to be 2 because there's a 3, a 5, and a 1 all around it. So that means this 2 and this 3 are also wrong, so that's 5, which then makes that 4. And then that makes this 6. Because the 8 and the 5. There we go. And so we just did rows. Let's do columns now. 2's still very good possibility. Actually, no. A little less of a possibility there. And then 3's, 4's, 5's. Still a lot of 5's going on. 6's. Yeah, a lot of 6's going on. 7's. Yeah, nothing there that we can do. Next we need a 1 on this column, which I think is that. And then we need a 2, which I think is that. And then 4. Let's see, 4. And 5 is already done, so we need a 6. There's a 6 here. And I don't believe any other 6's. So that's going to leave these two, a 5 and a 7, open for a while. Let's see, 8 and 3. And so this is either 5 or 1. I think it's 1 because there's no other 1's. Then 1, 2, 3, we need a 4, which could be this because it can't be this. And then we need a 5, which can't be this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's see. Where are we going here? Kind of fuzzied out there mentally. We need a 1 here. Just, man, I've gone more quiet doing this game than I have any other in a while. So the only 2 options are for 1 were these 2, and this means that's 1. We need now a 2, and I don't believe there are any other 2's. I feel like I might be making mistakes. 4, I believe, has, nope, not 4 because we already have 4. And the next would be 5, which 5 could be here, and has to be here because of this, and 6. Next, 2's not right, so it could be 6 or 7 or 6 or 7 here, and we won't know that for a while. This one we need a, let's see, well, Oh no, have I made a mistake? No, that's 2. Let's see. Let's see, we need a 1. There could be a 1 here, I guess, and only there, because there can't be a 1 here because of that. There can't be a 1 here because of that. And then 2, 3. I need a 4. 4 could be here, and the only there. And then 5 could be here, or here. And we won't know for a while. Then 1 can't be this one because of that, and can't be this one because of that, so it has to be this one. Next we need a 2, and this can't be 2 because of that 2. This 2 can't be that 2, and that means only this is valid. Next we need a 3. It can't be a 3 here. That can't be a 3 here. Oh, there's already 3, never mind. 4. Can't be a 4 here. So this has to be 4. 5. Can't be a 5 here. Can't be a 5 there. So this has to be 5. And then 6. 6 can be the answer to that one. And then this is not 8, nor is it 1, nor is it 3. So it's got to be 5, which tells me this 5 is wrong. And this can't be a 6, or a 2, or a 3, which tells me this is 5. What am I... Ooh. I made a mistake here. Something's wrong. Something on this row or this row is inaccurate. So I don't know how to really fix this, but maybe just starting on these columns and seeing. 2. This can't be 2. This could be 2. Let's try 5. We do need 5, and there's no 5 here. No, 5 won't work. It's our best solution right now. Let's look at this one. 8, 4, and 5. Let's look at this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Those 2 look like they're right. 1, 2, 3. And we need a 4 there. 5. We need a 6 and a 7, and we don't know which. And see, this might just get down to another example where we have to just guess. We just have to put in an answer. Let's see. 1 and 1. I see. So wait, if this isn't 1 and is instead 7, then this can be 1. And then this can, let's see, 2, 3, this can be 7. And let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That works to fix all of those issues on that column. And then This one just has a 5 issue. Where it's 1, 2, 3, and we need a 4 there and a 5 on one of these two, and then a 6, which one could turn this to 6, and then that solves that issue. So we have this, and then if we lock all of those down, and then this row now tells me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 7. That's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. So we're close to the end here. Close to solving this puzzle. I guess what we'll have to do is this one should be really easy. It's not 2, it's not 6, it's 7. Alright. This one should be 5 and 7. So this isn't going to be 7, so this is going to be 7. Then that's not going to be 7 or 8. It's either going to be, so it's got to be 4. Right, 7, 8, and 5 are all there. And so does this concur? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep. This is 5. And so the answers now are very close. Very, very close. We need a 6 here and a 2 here. Which I think that has to be how that is. That bumps that. And we solved it. Took us a while, and we made some mistakes in the process, but not too bad. Now, oddly though, 7, 8 we can, I guess, look at. Unless either 7, 8 or 8, 1 are very much easier than what the 9x9s have been up to this point, we may spend another hour just doing the last 2 puzzles. But I couldn't imagine that we go much further than that. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.